every game, regardless of whether it's indie, AAA, or otherwise, starts off as an idea. Now here's the problem with ideas. Everyone has an idea. Everyone has the game they want to make. Everyone has the game they think would be the coolest game ever. And that's great. It's good that, you know, there's a variety of people who have a variety of ideas, and the problem is that unless you are part of an industry company, whether it be AAA, AA, or indie, who also has the sway to have your idea be made, like, you gotta remember, AAA companies are made of thousands and thousands of game developers. Every one of them has ideas. Every single one of them. And some of the good AAA companies will actually, you know, ask their employees, hey, what are your thoughts? What do you think we should work on next? And draw inspiration from, you know, the experience of their employees. Most don't. Most say, this is what we're making, and it's your job to make it. So, make it. I feel like I'm ranting a little bit, so I'm trying to, like, make sure I'm staying positive and constructive with my soapbox moment, but, like, it's very hard to make a game. As part of a team, it's very hard to make a game. Alone, it's a lot harder to make a game. Because as I mentioned in my devlog 0, you have to do everything. If you're solo deving, anything you don't know how to do, you have to learn how to do. Anything you can't do, you have to find the funding to pay somebody to do. And if all you've got is ideas of what you want to do, and you don't have the funding to hire people to do it, and you don't have the ability to do it yourself, your game is just never going to be made. And I hope that doesn't sound like I'm trying to be harsh or anything, but that's just truth. It is fact. And yes, it does take a long time to do anything. That's just how it is. If you don't have any tangible final end product work done in any way, shape, or form, you're just playing with an idea, and you haven't started anything. I'm like I said, I'm trying not to be a downer, I'm trying not to be harsh, but like, if you don't have any code written, or any final version art assets done, you haven't started working on your game yet. You may have a lot of, you know, planning of what you want to do. You may have a lot of thoughts of how it should be or how it will be in your mind. But until you've actually written out code or made, again, this is the key thing I want to stress on the art side, made finalized art. Because if you start with art and you don't know the direction your game's going, you will end up having to redo art assets that you thought would be final and were just placeholder, but you didn't realize it at the time. You have to have a really, really solid idea of what your game's doing and what art is needed for what before you start actually making production art. So, yeah, I just... I hate to be the guy sitting there, like, I have not published a game. I have not finished a production game. I have not released a finished game. So, like, it sucks for me to sit here and act like I'm some sort of authority on game development, but all I can tell you is, like... So, I find a lot of solo devs, like, really... They're like, oh yeah, I want to make this game. And then when it comes time to start making the game, they'll, you know, have sketches of ideas, and they'll have notes of, oh, I want it to be like this, I want it to have this sort of thing, I want it to do whatever.